Today I'm going to do a tier list of all dungeons gear, including this amazing giant sword that does a ton of damage, as well as all of this armor and weapons in here, which is most of the armor in the game. But yeah, if you could subscribe, that'd really help out the channel, and let's get straight into it. So, the first one I'm going to go for is a Titanic Zombie Soldier helmet. Now, in terms of Zombie Soldier, I don't think it doesn't have. It has Shoal as a set bonus, so plus 30 defense for each zombie soldier set within 30 blocks. So I don't think that's very useful because it's unlikely to be any other ones. But I think Zombie Soldier is a pretty useful one for early game. So like you can get some decent use out of it to start with. It's quite a good like starter one once you've got Catacomb 6, I believe it is. Does it say on here? No, it doesn't. But I'm going to put this one, I think I'll put it B tier because it's good early game and it's quite useful if you want to progress through dungeons. So yeah, that's the first one. I'm going to put armor here and weapons here, but the helmet just represents the whole armor set. So yeah, we'll go like that. So Skeleton Master helmet. Now this one I think is quite interesting because it's very good for archers. So if you see here, increases the damage you deal with arrows by 5%, and full set bonus Skeleton Master, so it increases you deal with arrows by 25%. So that's a total of 45% damage with arrows. So I'm going to put this like low A tier, I think, because it's very useful for an early game archer. That could be very, very good. I think I never really used it because I'm not really an archer, but I think that could be decent with maybe like one of the bows we've got here. That could be pretty good. Skeleton Soldier. Now this is just going to be a worse version of that one, and there's basically no reason to go for this one, so I'm going to put it back below here. Actually, I think I'll go even lower. I might put this one back here. So we'll go. This is the highest of the tier, and all of that kind of thing. So next one is going to be the Zombie Knight set. Now I really like this set mainly because it can be paired well with the Shadow Assassin set, as well as the Zombie Soldier as well. This one can be good with that as well, but the chest plate mainly is the one you use. You pair it with Shadow Assassin, and that's because this one has high defense, and you probably won't get this. You probably won't use the full set bonus very much, but 50 defense when using the Zombie Knight sword, so that's not that useful. I think I'll put it here. I think that's a good place to put it if I can get it. Yeah, there you go. Just above the Skeleton Master helmet is epic, so yeah, I think that's a good place to put it. Actually, there's quite a lot of stuff I could put above this, so maybe I should move these down a bit, but we can sort that out later. Skeletor helmet. I never see anyone use this, probably because it's not that great. Skeletor full set bonus, 1 strength and 1 crit damage for every 10 Skeletor kills. Is that stacking per dungeon, or is that in one dungeon? Each piece grants a 1-second cooldown reduction on bone plating. I'm not sure if that's very useful. And it doesn't look like it has great stats actually compared to the other things. Even for an epic, it doesn't look that good. So I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to put it below Zombie Soldier here. I think that's a good place to put it. It's quite easy to get. Actually, I've got a lot of these skeletal helmets from the dungeons because they drop quite frequently. Now, adaptive. Now, I actually rate this set quite highly because you get all these bonuses for what class you are. And it can be quite good, and you get the efficient training bonus as well. Every 5 catacombs levels, armor piece gains 2% stats. So say you were catacombs 15 and you were using this, you get 6% extra stats, which is very nice. So yeah, I'm going to put this one here. I think that's a good place to put it, and we'll see about the rest of the stuff. So I'm also basing this slightly on like what stage of the game you would be using it in. So Shadow Assassin. Now everyone seems to call like you're an SA non if you have this or whatever, but I think it is quite good. I use this for quite a long time, but the full set bonus isn't that useful. The main thing is actually you do from behind, you double your damage, don't you? Isn't that it? No, that's not this one, is it? That's something else. That's the delivered dagger, isn't it? But yeah, I think I'm going to put this top of A tier. I think that's where it deserves to go because there's a lot of stuff that goes above it, but I think it's still very, very decent. Now, we've got Storm's helmet. Now, I really like this one. We're going to have to decide between Goldor, Storm, and Necron. There is also Maxor, but I couldn't be bothered to go and get that one, so we'll just go with Storm for now. I think I will put this one here. So I'll put S tier, mainly because it's an insane mage set. Everyone uses that if you've got a Hyperion or any good mage weapon like that. I think it's very, very good. in terms of the Necron head and the Saidan head, I think are the only two that are worth going for. You can also get a crystal Necron head, but golden Necron head is pretty good. Now I'm going to put this below Storm, I think, just because it's only specific to one floor, and also like it is actually not great stats. Obviously the main point is it doubles your stats on floor 7, but yeah, I think it can be useful, but I think it does just go below Storm if I can actually reach that. I should have designed this a bit better maybe, but yeah, I think that's going to go there, and then probably Saidan would go there, but I don't actually have one of those. So yeah, let's move on. Actually, I should put my I'll do that after. So Rotten helmet. Now I think this one is pretty much the lowest of the low you can get in Dungeons Gear, but I think because it's decent early game, you could put it there. Yeah, that's the only thing I could say about it really. Actually, let's go like this. So heavy helmet. Now this actually can be decent if you look at the defense. Is decent stats on that. If you have a full set of this, it can be pretty good. It's only really useful early game though. Actually, I'm gonna move. I think I should move this one down a bit, like maybe here, and then put this here. I think that's where it's gonna go. I don't know if there's gonna be any D tier ones because there's not that much terrible stuff. All right, skeleton grunt set. Now I think this one might have to go in the D tier because there's basically no use for it. Because why would you not just go for skeleton master? You could obviously say the same about rotten helmet, but I think that actually has somewhat of a use. This one I'm going to put in D tier. I think this is a pretty much useless helmet. I wouldn't go for this one. Or useless set overall. But Necromancer Lord. Now I'm going to put this one. Oh, this is controversial here. I think this is slightly better than Shadow Assassin, and you get the increased damage of your Necromancer summon mob. That's not that useful. I think I will put this one. It gives you a little bit of intelligence, some decent base stats there. I think I'll put this one top of here. I think because this is the set you would use if your first time doing floor 7. So I think it does have to slightly edge out the Shadow Assassin a little bit. So we'll do that. Goldor. Now I like this set. I wouldn't obviously use the helmet really. Most of the time you use the Reaper Mask. I can search this up here. Reaper Mask is this thing. So yeah, you need the zombie level 7, but this is a very good tank set. Goldor, if you look at those stats, are ridiculous. I feel like if you compare it to Necron, it is a lot more defense basically is the point of it. But I'm gonna put this one. Well, basically I did a vote the other day. Oh, that's not where it's supposed to be. I want it slightly higher than that. I've broken the item frame. But yeah, if we put this one, I think we'll put this one second. So yeah, that's just about second, because I think it's a very good set for tanks and healers or whatever. Oh, but you would want to use a Mender Crown for healer, but I think that will go there. Now, you guys voted on my poll and you said that Necron was the best set in the game, so I'm going to put this one all the way up at top of S tier. Now there's probably something that's better. I'm not sure exactly what is better, but obviously it wouldn't be the Necron helmet, but just the Necron set in general, because Necron helmet isn't often used, I feel like, in the meta. It's normally using a head based on which floor you're playing. What else have we got? Okay, so we got the Zombie Lord chestplate. I didn't even know this thing existed. I think the crown was like 4.5 mil, which is why I didn't go for that, like the headpiece. Doesn't look like a great set, but we'll go somewhere in the middle probably. I'd say it would be above these. What if we move that one up and this one up? We move it like this. So we have Zombie Knight. I don't want to put this on. We have Zombie Knight go here. But there we go. No, that's not right, is it? No, that is right. That's where I wanted it. And then there's a Skeleton Lord can go there. Or do I put? I might put Zombie Lord there. We'll see. Zombie Commander. Now, which one is better of these? It looks like this one is slightly better if you don't want intelligence. Yeah, I feel like this one is a little bit better. So Zombie Lord will go above Commando. But does it go? I think this is a pretty decent list so far. I'm trying to figure out the exact arrangement. So Zombie Commander, I believe, will go above Skeletor and above Zombie Soldier. So we'll move these ones down, and then we'll put Zombie Soldier back there. this is annoying. Skeletor there. Zombie Lord. Actually, I said Zombie Lord was better, didn't I? I'll put Skeleton Lord down a bit. I feel like is the best way to do it. Skeleton Lord chest plate. I can't really compare this one very easily, but I'm gonna do like this and then move all of them down. I think this Skeletor helmet might have to go down. This thing is terrible. If you look at the stats, it's really, really bad. But yeah, that's most of the armor sets. Well, that's all of them. That's all the ones I could find. There is a couple more that I haven't put on here. Maxor and Slayer sets. Obviously, like these are mostly dungeon sets. There's probably Superior fits in somewhere here. But yeah, let's get onto some weapons. So I said this was Dungeons gear, so we'll look at some weapons. Now the Fell Sword, I really like this one actually. I think Fell Sword is very good. It's kind of underrated, I feel like. It used to be very cheap, but it's not really anymore. But I'm going to put this one A tier, I think. I think that's a good place to put it. Because it used to be decently cheap. It's quite expensive now, but it can be quite good. Zombie Soldier Cutlass. Now, I'm going to put this one on the same level as this Zombie Soldier, because that's where I think it should go. Let's put it here for now. Hurricane Bow. Now I like this bow. It's quite good. I think it shoots 5 arrows, which is nice. I think this is decent for maybe dragons or something, but I don't think it does that much. It's not very good in dungeons at all, so I'm going to put it down here somewhere. Death Bow. Now this thing looks quite good. I don't know. I never really used bows much in dungeons, but this thing might be decent. I'm going to put it above. I'm going to put it here, just above. Actually, I'll put the Magma Bow there probably. Let's put all the dungeons bows up a bit higher, I think. Let's put that Soul's Rebound will go there, and then so we've got Machine Gun Bow, Soul Stealer Bow. I think these ones are rubbish basically. Machine Gun Bow is it is a short bow I believe, but or it does rapid fire, so that's okay, but I think they're both pretty bad. Magma Bow will go above the Hurricane Bow like that. And then we've got some more weapons. So we've got the Odd Earth Shard. I don't see anybody really use this. The Shard ultimate adapts to its users inside dungeon and to perform a class ability. Reduces the cooldown of Seismic Wave by 2 seconds. That's pretty nice. But I don't see many people use it. I think it goes below the Fell Sword. The bows have kind of messed this up. I should have done a separate list for the bows, but I might put the bow, this one down here, and then the Earth Shard here, and then the Magma Bow, then the Hurricane Bow, like so. Then we've got the Adaptive Blade. I actually like this one. I think it's pretty decent. I'll put it somewhere representative of this, so I think we'll put it there. I have to also take into account the price, so Adaptive Blade is cheaper than the Fell Sword at the moment, so that is an interesting thing. But Dreadlord Sword, I would never in a million years use this really. The only good decent ability is the Dreadlord Skull, which can be decent on like an entrance or floor one, but it's probably unlikely to be used. The Livid Dagger. Now I'm going to put this one, I think I'm going to put it S tier, honestly. I think it outperforms its set, the Shadow Assassin set. I think it's better than that, and I'm going to put it up there. So last one is going to be the Giant Sword. Obviously this is my favourite sword, this is one I use. It did get a heavy nerf I believe recently. This used to say like much more damage than this, but yeah, I think it's still pretty decent, and we're going to put it up here. Now obviously there's a couple more weapons that I do not have that would go above these, that being the Hyperion and the Valkyrie, or anything made with the Necron's handle basically, so that stuff would go up there. But yeah, I think this is a decent tier list. This is most of the stuff in the game, and yeah, there's most of the dungeon stuff, but yeah, that's a pretty good list. And if you could subscribe, that would really help out the channel. We did hit 500 subs, so thanks for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.